catch a break. I am DJ Dr. Charlene Johnson. We can't catch a break. I am DJ.
Sweet, I'm so tired you treat me this way. I'm sick and then sweet, I'm so tired sweet, I'm so tired you treat me this way. And from human treat me this way.
Hey guys, I have 3 questions for you today.
Sweet, I'm so tired.
Are you
Welcome back. Welcome to Can't Catch a Break. I am DJ and Dr. Charlene Johnson. We want to thank you all for listening to Can't Catch a Break. We really appreciate you all that's taking out your busy schedules to listen to Can't Catch a Break. Yes, because without you, we wouldn't be able to be on here. We really appreciate you taking out your busy schedule, and I just want to say thank you again. Have I tell you, a good episode on today. Now, I know sometimes I get on here and, sometimes you have technical issues, sometimes it's blurred or something, you can't hear. Or, sometimes I like to ramble, sometimes I'm rambling and all that. I know people are listening and trying to critique me, but that's all right. I want you to. Like I said, I'm here to talk about issues we call Can't Catch a Break. We're here to talk about issues, life issues. We're not here to judge anybody, put anyone down, or be critical of anyone, but we're here to speak the truth. So thank you all for listening to Can't Catch a Break, because without you, guess what? It wouldn't be happening. For first time and family members, we thank you for that. Um, Okay, now, and I know talk on a lot of things, different episodes. We're here to wake people up. We're here to talk about the facts, the truth. We're here to just from our hearts. And if you'd like to subscribe, go ahead and tell someone about it. I love to hear from you. You can poll us. You can, hey, we want to hear from you. Okay, now I have a good one because this is going to deal with finances, y'all. I have an episode dealing with finances. My question will be: do we see the stock market crashing in 2025? I'm gonna give more details on it of what I've been reading, and through the media, through sources, through the media, because the media always they know it. They know it in advance. But I want to share with you something very important because it's really like I say right now. We in those times right now where we got rich investors in the White House. We got it's just never something we never will see. Well, we'll see it because it's happening now. We got rich investors. We got people with money all in the White House. It's like the White House became now of a business, such as a slash a little politicians. You see what's happening now. All these pardons came about. People are not worried. We're not worried. Christians are not worried, but we will talk about things that affect us as individuals, as people. Period. You see the things that's kind of chaotic right now. Divide. What's happening? The world is looking on. People from their lives estate, from being deported, from all these executive orders and stuff, birthright and all of this stuff. Look at this stuff. But this is the end times. This is what the Bible talks about. That's why the Bible can tell you a lot of things of what's going on now. It's already predicted. It's shared in his book, in the Bible about what's going to happen in the end times and all that. So greed and lust and it's a lot of things that's taking place. But we're not fearful as Christians because we got God on our side and we know God gonna take care of it. God loves everybody and He loves everybody no matter, and we do too. We love everybody. And Dr. Shar. So, if you're pondering and wondering about, things I say, I guess what I'm just getting facts. Like I said, I will give you the facts. Guarantee you it's the facts. And sometimes we didn't make up, it's some of the facts. It's the facts, the truth. Okay, now let's get into this episode. I know y'all been waiting, right? Y'all been waiting, right? Right? Been waiting. Okay, I want to tell you why. What we see what's happening. See, back in 2020, we had that COVID-19, the coronavirus. See that stuff, it was chaotic, right? You see, things were happening like never before. People were losing business, and money was being handed out. People were taking money, falsifying information, coming up with businesses. There was a lot of billions of dollars passed out with stimulus checks and all that. There was a lot of panicking during that time. And when we look at the stock market too, all right, Wall Street, our Wall Street, that's all the big investors, stock market. When you look at the collapse, of Wall Street, when the Dow Jones, when I was reading the Dow Jones Industrial Average, it fell off its ranks. Okay, um, see, experts, they know, economists know, and when you don't listen to them about just in the naturals, using wisdom, um, things can really take place because they know what they're doing. Now, can we say that we were going to walk into a recession? Well, when we look at what's happening now, money, people start getting all this money, big investors and stuff, and they're not looking at the overall picture. They're looking at dollar signs. See, that year of coronavirus, things were deferred. Mortgage payments were deferred. There was so many claims. There was a layoff. It had 2.5 million. I was reading back then. It was the largest decline, single day decline in the stock market. And then if you know anything about like how Dow Jones Industrial Average was introduced, back in 1896. Okay, remember that? And now it's a decade later. It's 4 or 5 decades later. You see how people start buying things, and you know people start buying like shares and stuff back then. You know how when the panic back in 1901. Businessmen back there, if you read on how they, like J.P. Morgan, those like that, they start buying up stuff and they begin purchasing millions of shares and everything from stock, and everything was going up from the stock market. But then, if you read that story on May 9th, there was another panic. The companies failed. U.S. Steel companies plummeted by, as companies plummeted by 45%. I was reading up on. See the sell off right now. We're gonna have a lot of sell offs. See, how can I put this? I'm not trying to scare nobody, but you gotta look at this. The AI and all those different one stocks. Okay, they are, people are just going after Bitcoin, right? But see, they gotta look at it. It's gonna come a time when things gonna switch to another stock. Things gonna, it's gonna shift. The economy's gonna shift. Okay, and people right now are trying, they are buying, they're trying to get in, get millions and all that from Bitcoin and different one Tesla, and they're trying to get money out of there, from different places, their stocks, and right now, in the 20th century, things is still falling. It's still falling. The decline is going to come. See, just because y'all looking at a president, a man, as a Christian, we're supposed to look at God. I'm just saying. For those, I'm not trying to push my religion off on anyone, but how do we look to God who we're going to trust in? Because it's going to come a time. And the way things are going right now, all these businesses and stuff in the White House, all these big billionaires, when you look at that, is the country being ran right? See, you gotta understand that you're buying into stuff. Who says things ain't gonna fail? They don't look at that. They're looking at what they can get out of it, but they don't see. See, what happened is that a lot of places back then, companies failed. Back in a lot of companies failed. The bailouts, you're getting bailouts, and how long could you keep on doing that? Since I was reading about the crash of 1929, October. So you gotta look at stuff. Yeah. So you got Black Tuesdays. Remember that Black Tuesday? Like Black Friday, but this is Black Tuesdays. Investors they had lost billions of dollars doing that. And New York Stock Exchange. Okay. All right. It fell. Dow Jones. It fell. I was reading that. It fell about, let me see, about 12%. Yes. So it was a Great Depression. Do you think we're going back into the recession that happened back in 1937, 38? What you think, huh? Single day. So what do you think? You think that because What you know? I mean, you look at countries you gonna tariff. Look at all these sanctions and stuff. We look at stuff like that. That pulls away. That pulls away because then businesses that you have overseas and all the ones that people are making, like China's making products and stuff, for the United States and companies are, then it become a rivalry. They'll become a war when it comes to imports, goods and stuff. It's gonna get kind of crazy. When you think of the Greenland and trying to take over all that stuff, ships to come in, and this is what happens. We let greed steps in. hmm So you gotta understand that, regardless, these declines are hitting. Last back in, let's say this in 1970, the tech stock crash. It was a tech stock crash. Okay, so what you think now? Here it is, 2025. You think this tech, and we now more involved into technical stuff like never before. Computerized. And you know how they say it's a glitch in the system and all that. And this is this is gonna happen because I see like there's a lot of people are going off of others when it comes to it instead of doing the research. There's some hidden things that people are not looking at when it comes to this stock. They're looking at the dollar sign, but there's some things that's gonna shape here. I just said it was time for it's a time. It sounds like it's time because we start putting all these big businesses together, big companies together. When it comes like that, a lot of them are contributing into paying taxes, paying the employees, and all like that. You know, um, and you see a lot of things happen. Unions gonna rise up. A lot of unions will rise back up again. Yeah, and see stock market. Something like I said when we had that invasion of Iraq back in 1990. I think it was. That's when um, the increase of decline. See, wars and stuff like that will bring the economy down also. When it comes to power and greed, this is the kind of stuff people start losing because if you have all the stuff that you at, but you want more. Yeah, so we're gonna see a big day for 2025. I'm not here to try to scare nobody. Just be wise with your money. Yes, be wise with your money, what you invest in. Yes, this is some things are just a temporary stay. Some people think they're gonna hold on to the investment, what they made, their portfolio, and all that. But then, like I said, I'm not here to predict nothing, but I'm here to say that when I look at all the numbers and I look what's happening, I see a crash coming. I don't know what day, but 2025 is something going to happen. Crash and the stock. See it's coming. After the outbreak and all that, coronavirus. They said the guys from overseas and all that stuff. And you see what happens. So, 10,000 cases. People have died of uh, during the time back in 2022, 2020. I'm sorry. Then the numbers are grew. So unless when it comes to being wise about investing, know what you're doing. Talk to some people that understands about investment. Because the stock market, the solution is to be wise when you're spending. Get good advice. Talk to someone. Don't rush off into nothing. Take your time. Just because there's a lot of billionaires and stuff out here right now that's reaching for the president, enact laws and all the bills, you know, sign executive orders. So, yes, I just wanted to talk about that because a lot of people will be hurt when the stock market crash. Yeah, when it crash, the two tests will be on. Yeah. So, I just wanted to share that with everyone. Thank you all for listening to Can't Catch a Break. I really appreciate you, DJ. I appreciate you for listening to Can't Catch a Break. Big cheer for you. Big cheer for you. I appreciate you for your podcast, prepared, promoted, planned done, located, really appreciate you for mental catch, listen, catch a break. Thank you again once again. Y'all have a good night.